Welcome to the Montagne Posée Commission of Inquiry, established to find out the truth regarding the incident that took place at this prison from the 5th to the 6th of December 2024, which resulted in deaths and injuries. We would like to thank you that you have agreed to come and give evidence. Before we proceed, I would like to introduce myself and the Commission also to introduce itself. I am Justice Alfred Mavedzenke. I am the chairperson of this commission. To my right.
I'm Judge. I'm Melchior Vidot.
And
Victor.
Fantastic. To the extreme right is Miss Chelsea Albest, who is the secretary for the commission. And I'm going to ask her to administer the oath or affirmation, and then we proceed from there.
If you can just, please.
Sorry?
Lift your right hand. Say, I will what?
I will what?
Solemnly
Solemnly
and sincerely
and sincerely
affirm
that the evidence
I shall give
to
this commission
shall be the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Secretary. Please state your name, your full name.
My full name is Rio Lucho Josa Rat, my surname.
And your age?
My age, 25 years old.
25 years old. Just from a procedure point of view, I would like you to indicate. So the language of communication for the commission is English.
It's better for me to speak in Creole.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. The language of communication is English for the commission, but where necessary, we are happy to allow you to speak in Creole. So you choose to speak in Creole.
It's better for me to speak in Creole.
Okay, that's fine. So there is a translator who is going to translate the question that I ask, or which any of the commissioners ask in English. Then you are free to answer in Creole and allow him to translate. Then you move to the next. Is that fine?
That's okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few questions that are really for procedure. Please confirm that you voluntarily elected or chose to give evidence in public.
Volontairement choisi pour donner l'évidence en public là même. Yes, I did. Yes, I chose myself.
Okay. Please confirm that you were informed about the option to apply for witness protection, including giving evidence anonymously, and you chose that you would like to give your evidence in public.
Yes, I was made aware. And I chose to step forward to speak for myself.
That's good. We just wanted to get that confirmation from you. Then I'm just going to remind you, and of course my friends here from the media, about some of the rules. So we would like to remind you that your main obligation is to tell the truth.
Sa commission souhaite se rappeler que au besoin cause la vérité, dit tout la vérité, là, on peut donner l'évidence, okay? And that's the reason that I came here.
We would like to remind you and also encourage you to share with the commission what you saw with your eyes, you heard with your ears, and refrain from hearsay.
En mesure de nous l'évidence, éviter pour dire quelque chose qui les autres disent ou qui ou pas voir ou même ou pas entendre ou même. OK?
Ça l'événement est arrivé actuellement lui-même de tout ça ben l'état monde là présent.
When the event transpired, when it happened, throughout the whole of the event, I was there present.
Okay. We would also like to ask you to refrain from vulgar language. So, if there is a word that is vulgar, but which you want to explain, you can try and find other ways, or you can ask and we can find other ways to take that evidence.
Mon côté, moi, niveau discipline, comment ils ont qui se positionnent, moi, quand on vient un petit peu bien, voilà, moi, servir un peu bien. On même fait un ouvrage qui concerne discipline. Pour appeler on est, moi, servir mon discipline à la hauteur.
As a man, I am a person that is disciplined, and I did some job that involves being disciplined, and I am able to control whatever words that comes out of my mouth in a disciplined manner.
That's good. We would like to also remind everyone in the room to conduct yourselves with dignity and respect towards each other, respect towards the witness, respect towards the commissioners, respect towards the process itself. No, don't worry, this is for everyone.
Okay.
Yes. We also want to remind everyone in the room not to interrupt proceedings. So when the commissioner is asking questions, when the witness is giving evidence, we all have to remain quiet. And let us remember to switch off our mobile phones or to keep them on silent mode. Okay, so the way we are going to ask questions is each segment is going to be led by a commissioner. And then we can also ask follow-up questions at any time. Okay, so we will start with Commissioner Tirant on my left. Then the rest of us will follow. Over to you, Commissioner.
Will you in English?
You can ask in English and then he will translate,
okay.
Or you can ask in Creole.
Okay. Let me ask in Creole.
But before he answers, then he has to translate your question for the...
Yes.
Yes.
But we understand.
You understand English, yeah?
I understand
okay.
English.
So let's go in English.
Okay.
Right. Good morning, Rio.
Morning, sir.
I would start by asking you, on the 5th of December and the 6th of December 2024, there was an incident that took place here at the prisons. Could you tell us a little bit about what happened, where were you, how involved were you in this incident?
Yes. Yeah, je comprends. Ça joue les 5 tiens, je parle tous les jours de prison. Je parle tous les jours. Si on a quelque chose qui participe, mais il arrivé. Il se passe un petit défaillance sur le côté management prison lui-même. Le côté pour rassembler les autres gardes un petit peu pareil, mon petit, comme si le côté pour distribuer les autres gardes de travail, quelque chose comme moi, il y a un petit bon manquement de travail. Il y a un grand manquement.
5th of December, that day in particular, it was like every other days, and but I saw in particular with that day things happened that were not supposed to happen. There is a weakness I saw in the way that the management of the prison operates and how they distribute prison officers.
Et par exemple, dit, pour moi, honnêtement, de mon côté, à cause de Riot qui est arrivé de prison, Janet, lui-même. Mon Dieu, franchement, Janet qui fait Riot arriver de prison.
Honestly, to tell you how exactly the riot started, it was because of Janet. Janet is responsible.
Et dans les passés, ou même comment elle est de prison, avec de prison, et mon cas, ou même on fait face avec Riot qui utilise la vie pour tout seul.
Sorry.
Aussi Maxime, quoi.
Sorry, Commission.
When you say Janet,
Yes,
can
Janet.
you say the full name? So
Janet Télémon, Janet George. She's married now, Janet George.
So as the witness was just stating earlier that he was referring to Mr. Chion, that he is aware of how the prison operates and how the prison is supposed to be run, and the way that Janet George, she cannot do such job.
Non, pas capable.
She cannot.
Pendant ce petit moment qu'il lit des coups de prison, il y a à peu près une dizaine d'incidents qui sont arrivés plusieurs rayons. Montagne Posée, il arrive plusieurs fois. Bois de Rose, il arrive plusieurs fois. Nous ne pouvons pas prendre des gens qui ne sont pas fit pour faire un travail et puis faire un travail.
And since she took over the prison, there had been at around 10 incidents that happened in the prison, 2 riots at the prison, 1 riot at the prison, 2 at Bois de Rose, and you cannot just take anyone that is not capable of doing such job to have them do such job.
Et moi individuellement, moi qui viens de prison, mon premier temps moi qui viens de prison, et qui crée mon dans le panel pour voir moi pas n'importe qui inmate. Quand tu vois mon premier jour qui moi tu vois ali moi fait la force, moi connais. Comme si mon guide pas dit mon qui fait la force, il fait mon sagran dans mon guide li comme si mon sagran mon guide li la qualité façon réagir avec inmates. Email même li comme si moi tu peux imaginer, moi tu peux penser que dire maman et puis dans la force aussi mais pas connait moi pour adresser du monde. Il y a une parole qui dit, il pas approprié pour me répéter, à cause de mon pan de blotte pareil, totalement différent. Il y a une parole qui sert, bon terme, et même son propre garde qui travaille avec lui, il y a un problème pour travailler avec lui. Il y a une prison, inmates, tension de prison beaucoup.
So individually myself, when I first came to the prison, she called me up like any other inmate that had just joined the prison. And when I was brought up there, where I was a person that was in the force before that, the way that she handles herself, the way that she communicates to people, the things that she would tell you, the way that she addresses you, the words used, the terms used, that is not the way that a person should be talking, or a person that has a background in the force should be handling themselves.
Okay, Rio, I think you've gone a little bit out of the question, yeah? What we want to know is what happened on the day. Maybe the questions would come later, but what happened on this particular day? Where were you? How involved were you with this incident? Talk a bit about this.
Par exemple, du jour, pas un jour spécial, tu vas n'importe qui jour, nous lever par n'importe qui jour, nous venons en bas la côté gars, nous tu peux bonne affaire monthly qui nous supposé gagner, qui nous pas gagner les tentes.
En bas côté des autres venus?
Côté garde là.
Côté garde.
Okay.
So it was like a day like every other day. We woke up and then we went down to what is called the quarter guard. Continue.
Nous avons côté garde, nous avons monté l'accessories par habitude donner. Si vous donnez les tentes, c'est moi ça soutien avec les nous pas choco gagner.
So we came to look for our monthly accessories, which they normally give us at the end of the month, the 30th, but it was the 5th that day and we had not yet received.
Explique ça, monthly accessories.
Monthly accessories, pareil, mon rasoir, razor blade, mon savon, toilet paper, des dentifrice. Quand les bonnes accessories que servent dans l'assemblée, vous comprenez?
So mainly accessories that you use in the shower, like razor blades, soap, toothpaste, and things like that.
Et ça ben le temps moment tu dormi dans section carambole, nous section leader qui Stéphane Mondon, nous section leader. Et tu levé bon matin, tu allais en cours, rien sous normal 14 février ici à en cours. nous espérons, il y a soit pour les venir, pour nous gagner nous l'accessoires qui supposé retourner normal pas et d'ailleurs en cours pas ça mais retourner.
And that day, I was in my section. The section is called Carnival in Creole Staff Route in English. And Stephen Mother, who was in charge of that particular section, went to court on that day in particular. And then as we were waiting for him to return that night, he did not return. So we went down to get our monthly accessories and we found out that he had not yet arrived. That's when the inmates started asking the officers, where is he? Why had he not come? And that's when things started to get heated up between the inmates and the officers.
Et par ça ban le temps qui il pas venu d'après l'autorité prison, il supposé à des dry cell, il mettait des dry cell là derrière. Il supposé qu'il mettait des dry cell pour CID wali. Moi quand il fait encore à peu près un an plein de prison encore, il pas jamais gagné ou avec CID.
So,
mais là comment même.
According to the officers, he was supposed to be placed in a dry cell, but according to what actually happened is that he never went to see any CID officers because the officers informed us that he was supposed to be placed in the dry cell and afterwards to be seen by CID officers, but that never happened. He ended up staying for about 1 year in prison.
Et ça ban l'état de prison, par moi je peux dire le bonheur, mais l'état de prison, ça sipi lui même lui. Qui fait qui envie de prison. Tiens Ivan qui prend bali, Tony Joe, kaban di moun qui fait qui sont envie.
At that time in prison, the CP of the prison did according to whatever well, my lord, he did not specify if it's a he or she. He just said the CP of prison, so
She.
So the CP of prison did according to whatever she wanted to do at that time, and Mr. Ivan was beneath her, and then another person by the name of Tony Joe.
L'autre fait que tout amène pas moi je peux dire comme si tout fait que tout envie de prison. Ça qu'ils ont dit ça même. Dans nous en bas, puis demander au lit Stephen Modon, gars commence à venir plus agressif. Il même un gars qui t'anglais Modon mon coup.
So when they, like I stated, they do as they please, and when we went down and asking about Stephen Model, the prison officers started to get aggressive, and there was one of them that even grabbed me by the neck.
And if we can this would garden but the Tanzanian Mama Zinzud no, à les Tanzaniens, tiens si c'est le watu qui chille à un moment, il passed away. Attention, commence à lever pas, moi peut jouer temps, commence à réacter le coordonné, puis dit sortir là, commence à la guerre avec coordonné.
There was 2, I believe, Tanzanian prison officers which were down alongside with Seychellois also, and with the incident happening, one person died as well as a result of that incident, and that's when I said, like, just by us asking about Stephen, everything started to get heated up between the inmates and the officers. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Died by.
Yeah, unji ki chana eji mungkin motu.
No, saya eji mungkin passed away.
Passed away. No.
In passed away actually.
Okay. So, just as a correction to what was said by the witness, there was an officer that was there amongst the Tanzanian officers, prison officers. That officer had recently passed away, but not as a result of the incident. Sorry.
Le temps nous là bas moi peut dire tension commence à lever coordonner comme gardien fait gardien tête pour révolter un peu coordonner l'envie la guerre coordonner coordonner nous toquin là, nous passons une souffrance ensemble, nous là avec camarades. Même moi, on pas besoin de laisser frère coordonner qui battre devant moi. Et un frère aussi pas besoin de laisser arriver, ben coordonner un groupe entre nous là. On commence causer avec eux, nous peut demander comme si pourquoi on peut faire quelque chose pareil.
So as the officers started rebelling with the inmates and fighting with us, as fellow inmates, fellow convicts, we would not stand by and watch another fellow convict being beaten up by other officers for no reason, and that's when we started to talk to them and ask them why were they doing what they were doing.
Il parle de ça ben temps qui a ben quelque chose actuel qui peut arriver dans les passés avant ça qui peut arriver. Tu dis ça quand il dit avec ben garde qui anytime pendant ben temps, il prend un riot qui peut arriver. Moi pour qu'après histoire garde dit moi ça.
And when these things were happening before that, we were told before by I believe I was told by 3 officers that a riot will happen in prison. Who were the officer or officers that told you that there will be a riot in prison? Elizabeth was one of the officers that told me once.
Yes. Elizabeth is a demon. Radekon is a demon.
Radekon had told me once.
Pour un an, we veli de son plan pour faire un riot de prison pour venir nettoyer prison. De son plan.
It is in the plan of Weaver to come and clean up the prison by having a riot.
Pendant l'événement pas arrivé, on un petit peu comme si pour qu'à chamboli de picture par mon piwa. Pendant l'événement qui est arrivé, tu as un bon nom spécifique, le bon papier, tu as un bon nom spécifique, le bon papier, mon nom tient parmi la dame. 8 nous chana, 8 non chana, bon nom spécifique le papier. On a écrit avec militaire pour venir.
As the event was transpiring, I believe there were 8 names in total. My name was amongst the 8 names, which was on a paper, and this was with the military when they came in the prison.
Est-ce que tu vois ça papier?
Ça papier?
Oui.
Quand tu dis mon papier?
Non.
Où? Moi si mon papier, mon pas noir libre comme ça, moi si mon noir d'existence.
I did not.
Mon en l'air, mon noir en bas. Tu donnes le Ivan Nicolas.
See up close, but when I was upstairs, I saw the paper in the hand of Ivan Nicola. No, I was unable to read on the paper, but I saw the paper. And then I saw the paper was handed out, and then 3 body bags. Nothing had started at that time, fight or anything.
Body bag, OCU, Organized Crime Unit,
OCU, the ones that wear or black clothes, the Organized Crime Unit. They were mixed together with SSU officers.
Yes. Après, ben l'état pas mon dit Dario tu de prison. Dario Superman tu de prison ben l'état. Dario tu sorti en l'air côté lit. En l'air côté lit côté dormi dans section Dario Superman tu descend en bas et tu viens mettre un lapé comme si il mettait un lapé et dit relax ben garde maman relax. Tu prends logbook. Ça mon noir de mode délicat qui mon dit où, tu prends logbook, tu donnes avec mode de mon mais personne tu dis mon faire si veille ça. Par les personnes tout ça, par les personnes ni dessiner bout là-dedans. Et moi qui tu veille moi pas imaginer exactement son rank si SA ou CP la dégon. Moi qui tu veille dit au son bureau.
So after that, an inmate by the name of Dario Subramanian, which was in prison at that time, he came out from his section and came to where we were and informing us to maintain the peace, and he was telling us to relax, and afterwards he handed out a logbook to me and he said to not let anything happen to that book, not let anyone tear any pages out of that book, and I remember that I was the one guarding that book.
Et mon veille salive avec Radegon aussi jusqu'à une sortie de prison.
And I together with Radegon guarded over stood guard over the book until he left. I was the one there. Until Radegon was removed by an inmate by the name of
Zaji
Bika, and was placed at the back
of the gym. Ça monti là actuel, quelque chose qui mon fait, mon là comme si mon de mon dirige.
What I am referring to, I was there present. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Et mon là même en ben l'état Janet qui cause avec Radigon le téléphone. En même temps dès que Janet déjà avec le téléphone.
And I was inside also when Janet was talking to Radigon on the phone, and I even heard what she said to him.
Et Radigon tu peux demander pour CP venir comme si pour venir cause avec ben maman. CP tu refusé, Janet tu refusé pour lui venir là pour venir cause avec ben maman et tu refusé pour lui donner une explication qui n'arrive avec Stephen Mondon. Et tu même dit les autres filets, je peux donner la pierre après. Ça m'entend de mode désolé le téléphone est dit. Les autres filets, je peux donner la pierre un petit coup.
The CP was asked by Radigon to come and speak with the inmates afterwards, but she refused to do so. And even when she was asked information about what happened to Stephen Modon, she refused to give that particular information. And she even stated to let them carry on. They will see what will happen afterwards.
Et par exemple, net dit pendant 10 minutes à 15 minutes après nous trouver pour dire ça qui tu peux dire tu peux me servir.
And like she said, 10 to 15 minutes later, we found out that what she said was true. There was a lot of officers that came afterwards.
Yes. Tu viens SSU, tu viens OCU, tu viens team d'Acombra, tu viens team sorti babaron militairement.
There was the SSU, the OCU, Dacombras team, and a military team that came from Babawa. I know them, those people.
Can you give us a time? Around what time you're talking now?
Honnêtement, ça, on ne peut pas imaginer exactement les à cause. Mais on veut dire comme si mais quelque chose vient vite là comment. On va imaginer exactement les. C'est moi qui m'en assis ou les temps d'Acombra tu peux débouder tu n'arrives dehors là tu environ de 5 heures par le 6 heures. Ça m'a 100% sûr. Le temps premier boulot tu gagnes pété. 5 heures par le 6 heures. Tu tapes ma vie pierre dans la tête. Tapes le fond, c'est quoi tomber à terre pas ça tout bon.
So honestly, I am unable to tell you exactly the time, sir, but one thing I'm sure is that when Dacombra was standing outside when he came, and when I heard the first gunshot fired, it was at around 5 to 6 p.m. And yes, it hit Marvin Pierre in the head, and he fell on the ground. Forehead, yeah. And he fell on the ground next to me.
Donc il fait un petit médicité que vite pour mon cas faire récupérer un petit de l'eau fouille dans fond.
I conducted a small first aid with him to try and apply some ice on his forehead.
Marvin Pierre?
Yeah.
Troisième floor là.
He was on the third floor, looking down through a metal gate.
The second floor.
Second floor.
Second floor, yeah.
So he was looking outside.
And then they
so
shot
the bullet,
him.
the whatever that hit
came
him
from outside.
Was fired from outside.
From outside, yes.
And do you know who exactly fired that shot?
No, I didn't see because I was inside. But I know it's the Dacombra thing. Because when he came, people started getting a lot of injury. People died. He's the one who killed Jerry Macho. Dacombra. He's the one who killed Jerry Macho. He's the one who beat Francis Anista to death, Dacombra. I'll never forget him, this guy.
Did you see this happen, you yourself?
No, it happened in a corner.
Yeah.
Quickly, so quickly. It happened so fast. There is a lot of people in the prison. 300 to 400 people. It's very crowded.
Yes.
A lot of things will happen in front of you. Will not see. You will not notice things is happening. Because it's
but you are mentioning a name. Did you see? Yes. Did you see?
He was the one with the big metal knife.
Yeah, but did you see him?
You said he killed Machot.
Did I see him?
You saw him killing
Machot? I know
Machot?
he's the one.
You didn't see him?
I'm sure he's the one.
No, but you didn't see him.
That is the one who killed Macho.
No.
100%.
Whether you saw him or
I saw
just
him with the
speculation?
knife.
Okay.
I saw him with the knife.
Yeah.
2 minute later, I saw Jerry Macho die on the floor with wounds in the left. Knife wounds on the left. Which guy was with the knife?
What about Francis?
Francis, the last time I saw him, he was sitting second floor watching TV.
Yeah.
Tell him, Papa, stay inside, don't go outside. You're supposed to be inside, stay inside. After when military come inside, starting firing gun on people, putting hot water, I just saw him, was dragging him from the back, one guy dragging him from the back. He was sitting, top floor to ground floor, blood covering his head all over.
So it was not Black Umbra, as you are saying, that beat Ernesta.
He was the one. But his team, it's a team. Black Umbra, it's one person. He cannot do the job of 10 people. He have a team. Whatever is he say, people will do. You are a soldier, you know this how it works. I have my team, I'm section leader, I say kill everybody inside here. What I say count. It works like this.
Okay, carry on.
Sometimes you can hear people screaming. Lot of gunshot, lot of people, lot of blood. Me, I've been in military, I never see blood like this in my life. The second floor, up, all over blood, starting beating people, even though me I get have gun wound on my feet, damage here, my face everywhere. For 3 days I didn't be able to walk.
Did you see the doctor?
No.
You say you have a gun wound on your leg?
Yeah. I have gun wound on my legs. I can show you.
And that was as a result of that incident?
Yeah, I have gun wound on my right leg. I can show you. They say give us 3 seconds to come outside. We come outside. When we come outside, the first thing that guy do, Mario Zan, he shot Fabio in the leg. The first thing he do. Why you tell me to come outside, then you shot me with a gun? And
Who shot Fabio?
Mario Zan, I know him. NSSU, tall guy, tall black guy. Yeah. When he finished shot Fabio, I saw him with my own eyes. When he finished shot Fabio was down. He take a big metal torch like this, starting beating that guy to death until that metal torch break. There is no hostage in the prison. Why a lot of military OC USSU coming? What reason? What is the reason? What is the reason to rescue a hostage? But where is the hostage? There is no hostage. There is no reason for SSU, OCU, military to come in prison. No reason. Janet want to show that he's walking, he's doing something. That's why everywhere he put his feet, never successful in his life.
Okay, let us go back. Yeah. We understand that there was fire.
Yeah, live round also.
No, there was fire, Jiffy.
Jiffy,
yeah. And in the entrance of the prison, there was a fire that was set there. Yeah. Who set fire there?
I didn't see who set fire. I don't know, honestly.
What was burning in the fire?
I don't know. I didn't see because he was on the ground floor. Me, I was on the first floor. My section first floor. Karabul. It's a big prison there, you know.
Huh?
It's a very big place. For you to maintain what is happening on the ground floor, first floor, second floor, it's very difficult for one people.
You want to continue with the story up? Because we want to hear your version of the story of the whole.
Like what I tell you, like I was telling you, so when they tell us to come outside, they were the one who tell us, come outside everybody. When we come outside, They shoot people. They beat us to death. I never get beat in my life like this. Never. 3 days no walking. People need to take care of me like a baby. Cannot walk on my feet. Cannot go to toilet. One guy named Lester, I forget his surname, but her name is Lester, Big Bead. He was the one who took care of me for 3 days. One small black guy. He's the one who took care with me, put me on his back, drag me from Golet to first floor on his back, take care of me, take me to shower, give me food, everything for me to recover. Take me a month to recover. 3 days I didn't able to walk. I get damage in my chin.
In 3 months, in a month to recover, you never saw a doctor? You never saw medical?
No. When I was at Montagne, I never saw any medical until I get removed from Montagne on the 25th of December to go to Perseverance. At Perseverance, I saw a doctor. I starting to saw doctor, so starting to...
So you made a request for medical attention?
Sorry?
You made a request for medical attention?
I asked them several times, I never go to medical. They never let me go. I get banned my articles, my visit for 3 months. I'm not supposed to see nobody. Me, Rahim Jumai, Ned Valencia, Carlos Jumai also. For 3 months, we didn't able to see nobody, no visit, no articles, nothing. Only stay inside after riot. It was authorized by Janet. On the stamp name was Ivan Nicola. For 3 months. I still have the paper, I think, down in my file. The paper that they give me 3 months. I still have the paper.
The paper that says you
for 3 months, not
no
supposed
visitors.
to see nobody. No visit, my family, no, even though my lawyer not supposed to be coming to me. For 3 months.
So we're saying that all privileges were stopped?
Was stopped. Not only me, some people also. Yeah. For 3 months, I didn't see my family. I didn't get any article from outside, any visit, nothing inside.
You said you were denied visit from your lawyer?
From my lawyer also. From my lawyer also.
Did you make a request
No,
to
they didn't.
have...
They didn't let me.
No, did you make a request to them that you would
I
want
cannot make request at that time.
to see your lawyer?
It won't be possible at that time to make requests. Even though you make requests, it's not my choice to.
So they didn't deny you that that possibility of seeing a lawyer?
They stopped me from seeing anybody from outside. Anybody. I didn't see anybody. They didn't stop me, but I didn't see anybody for 3 months. Me, Rahim Jumai, Carlos Jumai, Ned Valencia, some people also.
Go on.
Okay, now we sort of on the 5th now, yeah? The day is ending. What happened later?
Ben quelque chose qui arrive encore comme si il y a un petit peu plus sagriné pendant l'événement son jour lendemain étant premier jour les 5 sont les 6 nous tenons tamat là pour donner coordonner si maman dan reste dehors casso nous des casso nous peut get mat là si nous pas casser.
Things that happened that was more that made the situation more sad in a way was the next day. The incident started happening on the 5th, and on the next day on the 6th they came with a lot of mattresses for the inmates, but they kept it outside of our cell, and we were able to just see and look at the mattresses but not use them.
Pendant pour 3 jours tu n'as pas d'eau. For 3 days there were no water in the prison. Bad smell, a lot of blood on the floor.
I'm assuming that you had mattresses before, so why was there the need to give
Because
you
they
a mattress?
destroy everything. Those guys who came in the prison, they destroy everything. They didn't came to rescue somebody, they came to destroy everything. Maybe if you were not there at that time, I explained to you, you will not understand. But people who were here at that time, actual, will tell you the story. Very sad. They didn't came to rescue somebody, they came to damage everything. This guy shot at the TV. What kind of order is this? Big hole in the TV like this. Gunshot in the TV. Wasting bullets on TV. Doesn't make sense for me. I've been in military, I've done operation in my life. This is not it. I never seen such a thing like this in my life. One guy in military with a big gun shooting at the TV. What is this? You're taking hot water, you're putting on human body like this. Hot water, boil water.
Who was doing this?
Military people, I know them very well.
Who?
I know one guy named Kenneth Ivno. I know him. Has run for Bertrand Freud, O'Neill Fanchette.
He was pouring hot water on?
Hot water was putting on human, like me and you. Hot water, boil water, pouring on human like this. The skin were coming white, screaming. Nobody tell me this. I saw it with my own eyes.
Could you tell us the names again?
Has run for Bertrand Freud, Brendan Wuku, Kenneth Annette. C'est ça, mais Kenneth Annette. Staff 16 confiance. Comment dire qu'il a Radigon, mon ali là, il n'a Radigon. C'est ça, mais mourir sorti belo. Brendan Wuku.
Yeah, but I mean, you're mentioning so many names.
Yeah, I give you these names before.
Yeah.
It's the same name.
You were mentioning so many names. Were all of them pouring boiled water on the
they
inmates?
was there at that time.
Yeah, but
they were wearing masks. Me, I was in the military. I know them.
Yeah, but what we want to know is who was pouring boiled water.
S14, I saw him with my own eyes. Bertrand Freud, I saw him pouring water, hot water on people.
Okay.
Or Faye in SSU, I saw him with my own eyes pouring hot water on people. Mario Zan was walking with a big shotgun on the shoulder like this, beating people with the metal bat.
I can ask some few follow-up questions then. So, the reason why we are asking you these questions is because we want to understand the specific details so that we can interpret those details and then be able to tell what is true and also get a complete picture of what happened. So, when the military officers came in, did they come in together with other officers, or it was just the military officers?
They came with other officers, but before enter only SSU, OCU mixed with prison officers.
Okay. Then after that, the
military came mixed with them.
So now, when the military officers came, then you describe a few incidences where you said, for example, they were pouring hot water on people. So I just want us to go back to that incident. Were they pouring water on specific individuals, or they were just pouring water on everyone, splashing water on everyone?
But they came for specific people. You know why I know? Like I tell you, at the first place I saw, there was a paper with 8 names on it, and they were mentioning the name.
Okay, so
they were looking for my name.
Yeah, so
one of my friend Yannick Born.
Yeah, hold on on that one, because I'm going to come back to that later. I just want to finish with this incident of pouring boiled water. Do you know where this hot water was coming from?
From prison. They put it inside, in a boiler, in a kettle. They put it like this.
So they boiled water.
They boil water, hot water.
They put cold water.
They boiled it, they put on people. They put again hot water, they put on people in every section.
Okay. And
They took our food in front of us, eating our food,
yeah,
throwing it away like this.
that's fine. Let's stay with the boiled water incident first. So, do you know specific officers
Yes.
who were pouring the cold water into the
I know
can?
two. I remember I saw two.
Okay, are you able
Two
to
people
name
I
them?
saw with my own eyes. I saw them.
Okay.
John 4, Bertrand Fourie.
Okay.
Those two people, I saw them with my own eyes, pouring hot water on people.
They were pouring water into the
Hot
can
water.
for it to boil.
I saw him with my own eyes.
They were pouring hot water.
Yes.
Yeah, I want the whole process. So there are people who are pouring water into the can to boil it. Then there are people who are taking the water to the boiled water.
Every section, those people arrive. I make it much more easier for you to understand. Every section, they arrive. Everybody come outside on your knees, face with the wall. You don't see them.
Okay. Okay.
Starting pouring water. You only like this, you. On your knees, there is military people with guns. You cannot do nothing. You do what they tell you to do. You stay outside, your section on your knees, face with the wall. They start pouring hot water on people. They start damaging the section.
Okay.
Gunning the TV, damaging every cell, throwing everything away, damaging everything.
Maybe to fix his question, yeah? I'll say it in Creole for him to understand. Lesquels qui tu peux bouillir de l'eau. Lesquels qui tu literally pour un bouloir pour le bouillir. Ok? À cause, il y en a un bout qui bouille, après il y en a un bout qui pour qui l'a vidé.
Pas autre, pas pour aller quelqu'un bouille qui met bouille, c'est mon moi tellement pour un peu vider. Je n'ai remettre encore autre même autre.
There were a lot of them, but I am unable to saw which one in particular went with the kettle to go and boil the water, but they went in and out.
In and out. That's fine.
Come on, you know, get 7 this, no? Get 7 to get 13 were full with officers. From get 7 to get 13, full with officers. Mix. Lot of them. 300 officers.
Now let's go to your point about a list of names. So you believe that the military officers came in targeting specific individuals.
Yes.
Why do you believe that?
Because when they were at the first place, when they was making a meeting there, I was watching them.
Okay.
I was watching them. They were making meeting outside. Outside here was standing a lot of them here, the military. They were making meetings first. They were talking. Michael Onoda was the one who was in charge of the whole team. He was standing here talking with his team what to do.
What's the name again?
Michael Onoda. Lui qui tient ça à l'opération.
He was in charge of the operation. I was there, I know them, I was in the army, in the force, I worked with them, I know them well.
Were you able to hear what they were discussing in the meeting? You saw.
I was on the second floor up watching them from here.
Okay. But I want to know how you know there's a list.
The paper, I tell you, there was a paper with 8 names on it. That's how I know. And when those officers came in prison, they were mentioning the name of those people. Okay. Like Francis and Esther. They confused him for somebody else.
Okay, so I just wanted you to walk with us slowly. So they had a list. And you saw the paper that had the list. Where did you get that paper from?
I didn't get any paper. I saw the paper.
Or you saw they were holding
it was with Ivan Nicolas. Ivan Nicolas was the one who gave the paper.
Ah, okay. All right.
It was with Ivan the paper. I saw.
Then
when those people came inside, they were mentioning.
Then they started mentioning specific
my
names.
name, Yannick Ball, some other names.
So tell us, when they were mentioning or calling these names out, what were they? So if they call a name and the person says it's me, what do they do to that person?
I tell you my experience, like me, they call my name, I say here I am, I get beat to death, I show you my wounds. I didn't able to walk.
How were they beating you? Like what were, describe the way they were beating?
20 people just beating me, stepping on me, beating me with a baton, big metal torch like this, One guy put gun on my leg, that I will show you. Fire on my leg. Off it. I know him very well.
That is when you were shot on the
shot
leg.
On the leg.
Okay. All right.
So in what position were you when you were shot?
Sorry?
In what position were you when you were shot?
How much at them? I was down lying like this. 2 people holding my leg like this, one guy beating me on my leg. Tell me I will not walk again. I will never use my leg again. Off it. Off it. I know one other guy named Maya also.
Apart from, hot water being poured on people and people being called their names and beaten up, are there any forms of torture that you saw?
Torture? Torture was the whole event. It was torture that day.
Yeah, but what form of what?
Hot water on people, beating people with metal, putting people's head in water like this, beating people for nothing, putting tie rack very tight until it get bloody. One of my friends named Bashura, they put tie rack in his hand until his hand become swollen, big, become purple. Nothing to cut the tie rack in the hand. This guy's hand becomes swollen, big blood coming out.
Is there anyone who was instructed to remove their clothes?
Clothes? I don't understand the question.
When they were searching, conducting search on a person, not everyone, but certain individuals were being asked to remove their clothes when they were searching on them, and if they had any jewelry or watches, anything that belonged to them, it was being taken, and they went away home with these items that belonged to the inmates.
Even though our articles they took, when the military finished doing search in prison, big bag, they were finished shopping inside. Lucozade, lot of our articles, they were eating in front of us, taking big bags to go with.
So when you say that some of you, your clothes were taken off, were you left stark naked?
Sorry? Mono.
Not me. I was not amongst the ones that were being asked to remove their clothes. When they say remove your clothes, they are not asking you nicely like for you to remove your clothes yourself. They are coming to rip your clothes off you themselves.
We understand you were not asked to remove your clothes. Did you see anyone who was instructed to?
Yannick Leon. One of my friends named Yannick Leon.
Okay.
He have a big boiler like this on his waist like this here. Become white with hot water. The name is Yannick Leon. I saw with my own eyes après Remes on the leg. Maria Slabish on his
go to the doctor?
butt. No, nobody go to the doctor. We help each other like this. Me have wound and patching you. My friend have wound patching each other like this. No going to doctor.
Is there any weapon which the prisoners, the inmates, were carrying at any point during this incident?
Can you rephrase the question?
Is there any weapon, any?
That's what he asked?
No. So when I'm saying weapon, I mean things like stones,
weapon.
knife,
Weapon. I'm sorry, I thought I heard report. I apologize for that. Yes. You know, quand zam kin gay servi zouti, kin gay servi pa ban prisonnier, laisse en a l'accident.
Zam zouti. Il y a un frère qui fait un petit défense, il balance un petit galet comme un petit djibo, ça oui. Automatiquement, il y a des gens qui déroulent là. Après, quand on a qui pour des bouts d'encre, comment rouler? Logiquement, non. That will not happen.
Inmates that used a few weapons at their disposal, sort of like some pick
Trying
up
to
rocks
defend ourselves.
and
So
throw
let him-
them at the inmates. And because this is a riot that is happening,
sorry,
no,
can you-
no inmate would
sorry,
just stand
can
there.
you come again?
Oh, yeah.
So let him finish, then you can end. Yeah.
Okay, yes. There were certain individuals, certain inmates that used what you would call as weapons, like some would pick rocks and throw it at the inmates as a self-defense mechanism because it was a riot that was happening, and as inmates in riots, usually you would see them reacting that way.
So apart from rocks, is there anything else they used?
À part qu'il envoie was, il y en a aucun quelque chose qui est servi encore comme un outil comme ça.
No, I didn't see with my own eyes. Can I tell you? I didn't see with my own eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
There's a piece of paper or a piece of a letter that you said you have where you were being
Banned for 3 months, everything. I can show you. I have with me now.
you have it.
file.
Can you please liaise with the secretary after this hearing so that you
Yeah,
can?
no problem. I can go
can
and
give
bring
the-
it. You see.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you have any.
There was the issue of a logbook. Do you still have that logbook, or what happened
No,
to it?
the logbook, I keep it in Radigan office. I guard it, I kept it safe until he went outside after I went up me because they were gunshot down. I had to hide up.
Do you know what is recorded in that logbook?
No, I don't know. I was just told to watch after this book, don't let anybody touch it, don't give it to anybody. I did what I supposed to do, like how I was told. And I was told to watch after Radigan. That's what I did. I was the one who watched his office until he get out of prison. I was the one who watched him.
Rio,
Yes,
I've got a question, yeah? You say that there were officers outside this building in a meeting, and you saw some of them. But you were over there,
Yes.
yeah? And you are mentioning the name of Mr. Olanda.
Michael Olanda, oui.
Okay. Why would you mention his name when there are other high-ranking officers there?
He was the
Why
higher
is
rank.
it not Paul or Andrew or...
He was the higher rank at that time in the place, Michael Olanda. He was the higher rank in military that I've seen with my own eyes.
Yes.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel. I know him.
Okay, but that does not mean that he was giving orders in a prison setting.
How can I tell this? For me, my experience for me, I know somebody like this will not come out from home just to come and stand here or to come and take orders from civilian. Never. I'm a soldier, me, commando. I know this very well. I've done some specific operation in the past. I know high rank like this, Lieutenant Colonel, to come in the prison to stand outside to listen to somebody else. Not me tell this. This is not something who will be happening or something that will happen in the past. Never. This is called military, the last coin in the pocket of a CNC, chief in command. The only one who can remove military in the camp is the chief in command. That is the president with our Calaron at that time. I have learned it for 3 months. I know very well what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the command structure of the prison, you've got a commissioner of prisons who is responsible for her prison or his prison, and it's not the military man.
At that time, it was not in the...
So when I, as a military man, I am attached to support the prisons, I should be taking orders from the person responsible of the prisons.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are correct. Yeah, ma, you are correct. But something I will tell you. The CP will tell the military what is happening, and the military, like I'm telling you, he will deal with the situation according to his training, because If the CP know how to deal with the situation, he will deal with it himself, with his team. He didn't be able to deal with the situation, that's why he asked for assistance with other force outside. And when other force came, they came to do what they're supposed to do, what they were trained to do. And CP of prison doesn't know this.
Yeah, but let us get it right. A military man, his rule of engagement is totally different to that of 100% prison officers.
You are 100%
so,
right.
Do you think the rule of engagement would be justified by Mr. Olanda just coming in and taking orders from himself, or he should be taking orders from
somebody?
From
Cincy?
No, from the person responsible of the prison. I am.
So maybe I see where you are going.
Yes.
Maybe he has just shared his version, right, of who he thinks was in charge.
No, I didn't think he was in charge. I know.
Yeah. So maybe we can let it rest.
Okay.
Then we can take that up a bit later. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Just something that I had forgotten to ask you about. When you say, and I understand why you said they had the military officers, when they got into the prison, they had a list of people. I understood why you say that. I just want you to share with us if there is any information you know about why they had that list of individuals. Please, you have any information you don't have?
Honestly, okay. I don't.
That is fine. That is fine. Do you have any further questions?
Were there any prisoners who barricaded themselves in their cells, or did you see, or are you aware of any of such
things? Who tried to hide in the cell?
Yeah, anyway,
everybody
to barricade themselves inside.
Yes, everybody was trying to do this, especially those African people. It was very sad to see them. They didn't do anything. They didn't know what's happening.
So what was the form of barricade that they used so that people could not enter the...
Everybody was hiding in their cell, going up at the metal. There was some metal at the back to get some air because there was a lot of smoke in the prison at that time.
Barricades de l'école.
C'est une takbao, comme si takbao on the glass and many people.
They only locked the gate together inside with the chains. They locked themselves
inside.
You would think that they would be a bit safer when they locked themselves inside, but no, they broke the gate. They broke the gate open.
Did you eventually get any medical treatment, and after how long?
February. Start seeing doctor.
2020. Which year? 2025.
February. I started going to doctor, seeing doctor.
Okay. So you didn't even see the prison doctor?
Even the prison doctor I didn't see. The only person who bring medicine for me, one guy sleep in SIU, Big Payet. He was the one who brings some small medicine for me, trying to patch me, to give me something to drink, for me to heal quickly. He was my doctor at that time, Big Payet.
During your testimony, there is a part where you say there is someone, an inmate, who was standing on the second floor, looking down, and the bullet...
The name is Marvin Pierre, the one who gets hit on the forehead.
Marvin Pierre.
Okay.
The name is Marvin.
Marvin. So, was that prisoner shot?
He was shot in the head, yes. He fell down on my right. I was the one who took care of him, doing small medikit. And one of my friends also named Saeed, I saw him get big gun wound in his
Was that Marvin, right? Was Marvin holding any weapon, any rock?
No, only watching like this down.
And you saw him?
I saw him. He was in front of me. I saw him.
Were you in second floor or first floor at that time?
Second floor.
Second floor. So you were on the same floor. And would you say he was shot by someone who was on first floor or?
No, was outside in the open area down.
In the open area here.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you notice at any time a sort of negotiation taking place between the inmates and the prison authorities to try and calm down the situation?
Yes, I saw. Yes, I saw.
Who was doing it?
Dario.
Yeah?
Darius Permanent was trying to calm things down, trying to talk to officers to see what is happening. He was the one. He was the one who gave me the logbook to tell me don't let me.
Yeah, but that's inside the prison.
Yes.
No, what I'm talking about is outside of the prison. If there was any officer outside that was trying to intervene and talk to the inmates.
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
Now, obviously, if there was this disturbance, there should have been certain people inside the prison that was sort of, a little bit agitated.
Yes,
who were they?
There's a lot of people, sir. A lot of them. A lot of people in the prison didn't like what was happening. I don't recognize the face or the individual person because there was a lot of people. I was trying to talk to officers to tell them why is this happening? Because at some time I remember there were two Tanzanians, Officer Robinson, Officer Elizabeth. All of them they left. Only Adegon was alone there.
Okay, so why did Adegon stay?
Because I think Jeanette told her to stay. Jeanette was the one who told her on the phone to stay. Wait for backup to come. Jeanette was the one who told him to stay because I was the one who was inside with him. He was sitting in his office smoking cigarette. I was standing in front of the door, talking to him. He was smoking cigarette inside. I was the one who was with him. Until he get out of prison, Zadi took him outside by the gym there.
So why did he leave when he was ordered by the superintendent of the commissioner of prisons to stay? Why did he leave?
I don't know, sir. I don't know.
Okay.
So there are no further questions from the commissioners. I would like to thank you, Mr. Rio Rath, for coming forward and sharing with us what you believe is the version of what happened. At this point, I would like to just remind you again, and I'm sure the Secretary read out the rules for you, that one of your rights as a witness is the freedom from reprisals or freedom from intimidation or victimization as retribution for having come forward to give your evidence. You should not be victimized in any way, directly or indirectly, by anyone for having come forward to give your evidence. And if you experience that, or if that happens, please approach the commission with a complaint, and we will be able to deal with that.
Thank you,
in terms of the rules that we have. Maybe you can interpret that for him in Creole.
C'est que le fait qu'on donne l'évidence là en cause aujourd'hui, d'après la loi, ou pas devrait être traité différemment, de sortir là, ou bien victimisé, intimidé d'aucune façon avec aucun dimoun. S'il y arrive aucun incident, quand ou gagne aucun saban quelque chose qui m'empêche ou là, vous devez immédiatement faire un rapport avec la commission même, pour la commission deal avec sa situation. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for your help. We will take a break for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Merci.